This is my mother-in-law. She is almost 70 years old. A few days ago, she traveled more than 500 kilometers by bus for about 7 hours just to come help our family. She will stay with us for around 3 weeks before returning home. Whenever she comes to visit, I always feel relieved. Not because she brings us gifts or money, but because she brings something much more valuable: help, support, and a feeling that we are not completely alone. My husband and I were not born in Ho Chi Minh City. We come from a small countryside area in central Vietnam. Life there is very different from life in the city. The pace is slower. People know their neighbors. Many families still grow vegetables in their gardens and raise chickens in their backyards. Life is not always easy, but it feels simple, peaceful, and familiar. My husband and I actually grew up in the same hometown. We were classmates in high school. Years later, we fell in love and eventually got married. Like many young people in Vietnam, we left our hometown to build a life in a bigger city. We hoped that if we worked hard enough, we could create a better future for ourselves and for our future children. Today we live in Ho Chi Minh City with our daughter Rosie. Life here has given us many opportunities, but it has also come with many challenges. Living in a big city is expensive. Everything seems to cost money: rent or mortgage, school fees, food, transportation, utility bills, and many other expenses that people don't always think about. When Rosie was born, life became even busier. For a long time, I spent most of my days taking care of her, feeding her, putting her to sleep, cooking meals, cleaning the apartment, trying to finish work whenever she was sleeping. Sometimes I felt like there were never enough hours in the day. I know many parents around the world probably understand this feeling. You love your child more than anything, but some days are simply exhausting. Especially when you don't have much help. Maybe that is one reason my mother-in-law worries about us. She often calls to ask if Rosie is eating well, whether we are healthy, whether we are working too hard. Sometimes mothers never stop being mothers, even when their children become adults. My mother-in-law spent most of her life taking care of her family. She did not have an easy life. She lived through difficult years. She raised children, worked hard, sacrificed many things for her family. And now, even at nearly 70 years old, she still worries about her children. When she arrived at our apartment, she immediately started helping. She played with Rosie, prepared meals, folded clothes, cleaned things without anyone asking. And every time I told her to rest, she would say, "You go do your work, I'll take care of the baby." Those simple words always touch me, because I know she didn't travel all this way for a vacation. She came because she wanted to help. She came because she loves her family. In many Asian families, love is often expressed quietly. People don't always say, "I love you." They don't always talk about their emotions. Instead, they show love through actions, by cooking a meal, by waking up early to help, by making sacrifices, by showing up when you need them. I think my mother-in-law represents that kind of love, a quiet love, a practical love, a love that asks for nothing in return. And I realize that these moments are precious. One day, Rosie will grow up. One day, she will have her own memories, and I hope she remembers how much her grandmother loved her, not through words, but through small, everyday moments, holding her hand, feeding her meals, singing to her, watching her while her parents worked.
Ơi.
As I get older, I realize something. When we are young, we often think our parents are strong forever. But one day, we notice their hair turning gray. We notice them walking more slowly. We notice them getting tired more easily. And suddenly, we understand that time is moving much faster than we thought. That realization makes me appreciate visits like this even more. I know my mother-in-law will not always be able to travel 500 kilometers to help us. I know these moments are temporary. And maybe that is exactly why they feel so meaningful. People often ask me what success means. Honestly, my answer has changed over the years. When I was younger, I thought success meant earning more money, having a bigger house, buying more things. Now I think success can also mean something much simpler. Having people who genuinely care about you, having family members you can rely on, having a child who is healthy, and having the chance to spend time together while you still can. I know many families are facing difficulties much greater than ours, and in many ways, I feel fortunate. We don't have a perfect life, but we have each other, and sometimes that is enough. Thank you for listening to our family story. We are Rosie family in Vietnam, and this is a small piece of our life.